So there's a great quote by Thomas Watson that says, if you want to increase your success rate, increase your failure rate. So what does that mean? So that simply means to try more. It means to try more because every trial that you do that is released to the market, then you get feedback. You get feedback from the market. A lot of people, they tend to never want to get criticism, right? But criticism is the best learning tool because they tell you exactly what they don't like about your product. Because the product is never an ego thing. A product is totally different. Your product is for the other person. So the other person needs to see its value in order for them to pull out their wallet or their credit card and pay for your stuff. So you have to be detached from your product. And then you just put it out there, and then a person will tell you, the customer. So, since this is for the customer, everything needs to be catered for the customer. So if the customer tells you, hey, I don't like, A, B, and X, then what do? You just need to adjust that. You just need to fix it. You improve upon A, B, and X. So if let's say you put out a book, right? You publish a book, and then they say like, hey, let's say you publish a cookbook, and they say, hey, this person gave you a 1-star review on Amazon, and you're thinking, wow, it's like the end of the world, right? But actually it's not. It's actually a great thing that you receive that feedback. Because that the person, let's say if this person said he gave you a 1-star review because they wanted to see more pictures, and there's no pictures in your cookbook. And remember, this cookbook is for that person. So you just need to adjust it. You just need to learn from it. So, that hypothetically, it might be considered, in Thomas Watson's quote, a failure, right? Because it didn't really succeed in getting a 5-star review or a sale. But if you take that and then you improve upon that, then there's not going to be a reason a person will be leaving a review because you don't have a picture anymore, because you solved that problem. So kind of like that. So you just increase your trials, and then you increase that. In turn, you get more feedback, more failures, and then you just improve on that failures quickly. Then that's how the faster you improve upon your failures, the faster you will succeed. So I hope that makes sense. So that is why I say done is better than perfect, right? Because all you need to do is get it done, and it doesn't have to be 100%. Just make it 70%. So if you think it's good enough, just good enough. So good enough is better than perfect. So if it's good enough, you just release it. You just release it to the world. There's no way that you're going to ever get it perfect, because perfection never exists, right? Even if it's like you get it up to 99.9%, then you will never achieve 100%. You'll never satisfy everybody in the world. So, if you put a dot, if you draw a dot in a piece of paper, even if you think that dot is perfect and it's like perfectly, symmetrical and everything, if you put it under a microscope, you'll notice that dot is not perfect. That is actually really, really, just lopsided, and you'll notice that it's very far from being perfect. So kind of like that. So you'll never achieve perfection, so don't even worry about it. So if it's 70%, just release it. So, and you just get feedback, because you will never know unless you put it out there. You will never know. And once you put it out there, you'll gain feedback, and you just improve upon that feedback, and you release another version. So remember we talked about the versions and the iterations before? So it's exactly that. So you release the next version. You gain feedback, release version 2, release it again, you gain another set of feedback, and then you fix upon that. You listen to that feedback, release it again, and then you get another feedback, and so on and so forth. So kind of like how we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So one mouth is for producing, right? And 2 ears is for listening. So you just listen to what the market is trying to tell you, your customer, somebody who wants, you want to pay money to you, right? So the paying customer. So you listen to them with 2 ears and just produce it with 1 mouth. So you do that and release.